Well, how you doing there, everyone? It's Super Sunday, and this is Mazske coming to you from the country of Panama. Hopefully you're doing outstanding. Yes, if you're new to my channel, I am an American living in the country of Panama. Hopefully you're doing outstanding. And I'm going to talk to you today about why and how you should get cash performing assets so you can replace your income. Did you hear that? Get cash performing assets to replace your income. Why would you want to do that? Because it gives you options. It gives you so many options on what you can do in life. Okay? And I'm tired of everyone making excuses. Just stop making excuses. Okay? Because we can all do this. And I'm going to give you examples of why and how you could and should do all of this. Okay? So with that being said, once again, I'm Mazske Finance. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a doctor or a nutritionist. I'm just a guy out here that's trying to do his little part to help, spread some knowledge about how you, yes, you, can improve your life. Okay? Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the subscribers. Okay? I do appreciate it. Why and how should you get cash performing assets? Before I get started, I do apologize for the long break in making videos. My two boys were visiting me. We had a blast. We did a lot of different things. I won't go into all of that on this video. Okay? Why and how should you get cash performing assets? I'll tell you why. Why in a nutshell. You can do like I've done, or like so many other people have done. You can replace your job with income from cash performing assets, where if you don't want to, you don't have to work a job. You don't have to get up at dark 30 to make your way to work. You don't have to work through lunch because you're so busy, or get a meal out of a vending machine because you have no time to pack a lunch or to whatever. Because if you can do this, you have options. I'm not saying you want to come live in the country of Panama like I am. That's not something you want to do. You may not want to move out of the community you're currently in. That's fine. We are all different. We are all human beings. We're all different. We're all different. Okay? We all have different likes and dislikes and pleasures and whatever. But we're all different. But the goal is we need to give ourselves options. Okay? So that's why. The how. Here it is in a nutshell. Work. Work a job. Stop being lazy. Learn how to buy real estate. It's that simple. But Mazske, I can't do it. I already work a job. Okay? I'm going to give you an example. Okay? I'm going to give you an example of something. If you're in the United States of America, and if you're in any other country, think about your own country, how things are. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. If you are in the United States of America, odds are great, not a guarantee, that you own a vehicle you can drive to work, right? Odds are great that you can find a job. Odds are great that you can improve yourself to find a better job. Okay, you can do whatever you want to do in the United States of America within reasons and within your own ability and within the laws of the land. But you can do whatever you want to improve yourself. You can buy a business. You can get yourself better educated to get a better job. You can do all this. If you're in almost any other country in the world, and this isn't every country in the world, but almost any other country in the world, folks don't have it as easy. And yet, they work. They're not lazy. Look at immigrants if you're in the United States of America. What are most of them doing? Not all of them. I'm generalizing here. What are they doing? They're picking apples. They're picking blueberries. They're working landscaping. Some of them are starting up businesses. Some of them are working jobs. But a lot of them are doing work that us lazy Americans don't want to do. When I was a teenager, I worked landscaping. Who works landscaping nowadays? Most of the time, it's immigrants that are doing the work, okay, because they work hard. Why don't we, as Americans, want to work hard? Just look in the mirror and answer that question to yourself. Why don't you want to work hard? Maybe you are working hard, okay? But I'm going to give you an example. I've met a variety of people since I've been in Panama. I'm going to tell you about one lady I talked to. The missus and I talked to her in a hotel we stayed in Panama City. Very pleasant, smile on her face all the time, working. From what my perspective, she does good work. She's a waitress, a server in a hotel restaurant. Okay, pleasant person, friendly. Okay, she told us where she lives at, the general area. It's a healthy drive away from Panama City. She works second shift, roughly. She has to be at work at 3, she gets off around 11. Okay? When she has to be at work at 3, she leaves her house at 12 o'clock because she has to take the bus to work. She has to take several buses to get to her job. She has to first get to Panama City, go to the bus terminal, which is in Albrook, get on a different bus to get over to the hotel where she works at. Okay? And she says she leaves her house at 12, gets there at 3 when she has to work the breakfast shift. She says she leaves her house at 4 o'clock in the morning to get to work by 7. Okay? She works 6 days a week. 1 day off, 1 day of liberty, 1 day off, 6 days a week. When I came back one night to the hotel, I came rolling in at about 11:30. She was still there. I think she was preparing to leave, but she was still there. She gets off at 11. It was 11:30. She was still there, wrapping things up, I guess. All right? That's a long day. 6 days a week. And guess what? Minimum wage in Panama is not very much money. It's like $2 and some cents. I think the average worker is making around $4 an hour. I don't know what this young lady makes. I have no idea what they pay her. But say she's making $4 an hour. Okay? She would have a tough time buying cash performing assets in Panama. It's not impossible, but it would be really, really, really hard. Now look at yourself. Look at yourself. You get up, you eat your breakfast, you probably have hot water in your shower, you probably have air conditioning in your house or heat in your house if it's wintertime. You probably live in a decent place. You probably have a car that you get in. You might push a button to get it started to warm it up in the wintertime because you don't want to get in a cold car. And you drive to work. You might have to work a 12-hour shift. Maybe you got to work 7 days a week. Maybe you got to work 6 days a week. But my guess is you're not making minimum wage. And if you are making minimum wage, improve yourself and you can get a better job. I have met, since I've been in Panama, I met an Uber driver once. Said he had a master's degree. He spoke very good English. He spoke very good Spanish. Said he has a master's degree, and I forget the field he was in, but he could not find a job. He was driving an Uber. I have met managers in hotels. I have met restaurant folks. I was in a restaurant in Panama City. We became friends with the bartender and some of the staff there. One person on the staff had a car. When they close up at nighttime, and they may close at 11, 12, 1, or 2, Panama is different than the U.S. They don't have a set closing time. If customers are in there, they will stay open. They won't stay open all night long, but if there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people in there, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and they're buying drinks or buying food, they will stay open. Okay? One person has a car. The others ride with him, or they take a bus. Day in, day out. Rarely they get a day off. All right? Now, if they can do this, and they're not really getting that far ahead in life, they work hard, but it's hard to save any money. It's hard to buy a car. Odds are you have it better if you live in the United States of America. It's the land of opportunity. Yes, I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the country. I'm just talking about you and your little circle in life. You can improve yourself if you want to. I know society now doesn't read books, but you might look at your phone. You can get any information that you want, basically, off the internet. I've been to college. I have a bachelor's degree. I took a lot of classes. I have read hundreds and hundreds of books. And I don't know, just because our internet can provide us everything, sometimes the structure of school and sometimes the reading of books can do a better job than Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. All right? Think about it, think about it, think about it. Because there's still schools out there, there's still classes, there's Votech schools, there's online training. But even with online training, sometimes it's better to sit in a classroom structure, see the instructor, interact with the other students. Okay? I'm trying to improve my Spanish by using Duolingo. I'm going through it pretty quickly because I speak somewhat in Spanish. But it's not the same. 35 years ago, I went to Panama Canal College and I took an introduction to Spanish 1 or Spanish 1, whatever it's called. I had this teacher, I had students, we talked in Spanish, we learned. I learned quicker. Yes, I was younger, but I could do a better job of learning Spanish than I can with Duolingo. I use my tablet, looking at that and just doing it there, okay? We're all different though. But what I'm saying is, and I'll try to wrap this up in a bit, cash performing assets, what are they? If you're new to my channel, what are they? You know what I invest in primarily, but not 100%. And I've said this 100 times. The quickest way to wealth is with buying real estate. Real estate's a cash performing asset. If you buy real estate correctly, you get a rental property, you house hack, you rent a bedroom in your house, you rent the basement in your house, you buy a duplex, live in one side and rent the other side. Whatever route you take to get started, however you get your foot in the door, if you run your numbers correctly, and I need to make a video again on running your numbers, if you run your numbers correctly where you positive cash flow, $200, $250, $300 a month, that's a cash performing asset. If you get dividend paying stocks and they average 4.25% a year that they pay you, okay, that's cash performing asset. Not a lot, but it's cash performing asset. If you get a bank account and you get 5%, okay, that's a cash performing asset, but it's not the same. If you buy mineral rights acres or you invest in a business and it provides you a cash return, that's a cash performing asset, okay? You can accumulate cash performing assets by 1, by 2, by 3, by 4. You can do this to replace your income or to supplement your income. If you get one rental house, and let me say this real quick. If you buy a rental house, look at your job, look at your paycheck, look at how much money you have. But by golly, look at how much money you have in the bank, what's called cash reserves. You got to have cash reserves. People out there will mess your houses up. There will be damage that just occurs to your house. You have to fix it. You can't be a slumlord. It's expensive. Contractors are expensive. Materials are expensive. $10,000 a house, $15,000, $20,000. I can't tell you exactly how much you need. Maybe if you buy your first house, you have a large enough paycheck that your income can pay to do any repairs. But for most of us, we need some extra money. We need at least a few $1,000s to fix the furnace, to fix the hot water heater, to fix the leaking sink. Okay, so you gotta have cash reserves. But, get back to what I said in the beginning. You have to work a job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs. When I was in the Navy, I worked 5 days a week. I had duty, this is when I was in the state of Maine. I had duty every 4 days, it was a 4-day cycle. And I worked a part-time job with MWR, Morale, Welfare, and Recreation. I worked in a fitness room, a gym. Had a 2-lane bowling alley there, it was a small place. Had a 2-lane bowling alley, no swimming pool. Workout machines, weights, treadmills, ellipticals, whatever they had. So I worked as a part-time job. So I worked 7 days a week a lot of times for months on end. The missus, when we lived in the Shenandoah Valley, she ended up getting a job in a factory. She worked months on end, 7 days a week, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, day in, day out. Worked on holidays, worked on birthdays, worked on everything. She worked, okay? If you're not working 7 days a week and you want to buy cash performing assets, hint, start working 7 days a week. You can do your chores in the hours you're not working. Not that you want to, but if you're a single person, maybe you come home from work, you wash your laundry after work one day. Maybe you cut the grass after work. Maybe you cut half of it today and half tomorrow, or a third today, a third tomorrow, and a third the next day. But you figure out ways to make it work. But don't be lazy. Maybe you can work overtime at your job. Pays you time and a half or double time. Maybe you can do that. Maybe you can get a second job. Maybe you can get a third job. I know there are Panamanians that work sometimes 3 jobs. I know there are people that work an 8-hour shift, get off work, go to work for 8 more hours. They got to do what they got to do to make ends meet. So they work. In the United States, it's too easy to gimme. It's too easy. All right? If you want to be financially independent, you have to work. It's as simple as that. And don't tell me interest rates are high. Don't tell me prices are high. There's always excuses. Always. It's so easy to make an excuse. All right? Figure out a solution to the problem. If you have a problem, if interest rates are too high, buy the house at a cheaper price so you finance less. Or save up more money and put a larger down payment down so you finance less. There's a bird that just landed on the side of my pool there, and he's dipping his head down, drinking water. Drinking that chlorinated pool water. They always do that. If I drink it, it'd make me sick probably. I don't drink pool water, but animals do. All right, so do what you can to improve yourself. If you're younger, if you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you can work. You might have a physical problem where you can, or a health problem, but eat healthier. That will help you to minimize your health problems. All right, and work. Because the day will come as you get older, you don't want to work 7 days a week. You're tired. Maybe you have health issues. But if you start getting that little collection, if you get 2 houses, 3 houses, Michael Zuber will say get to 4. If you can get to 4 houses, it can change your life. If you get to 10 houses, it can really change your life. If you get up to 20, I think with 20 houses, the average person can become financially independent. They can make work an option. They don't have to stop working, but it can become an option. Maybe they love their job, or maybe they want to do something different. Maybe they want to take that low-paying job. Maybe they got a high-paying stress job, but they really want to become an elementary school teacher so they can get the assets to supplement their income, quit the high-paying job, the lawyer job, whatever, and now go teach first graders, if that's what they want to do, or whatever it is they want to do. I worked, after I retired from being a cop, I worked in a YMCA. I worked at the front desk. I got an office job there full-time for a bit, and I told them I didn't want to work full-time. I worked at the front desk because I could socialize. I could chit-chat with everybody that came in. Some people didn't want to chit-chat, but I would chit-chat with a lot of people. I had fun. I didn't care about the money per se. They paid me something, and they gave me some raises because I'm a hard worker. But you got to do what you got to do. All right? So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll try to make some more videos here as the week goes on. I got to get back in the routine of doing that. Sometimes I fall out of the routine because life is fun. Life is fun. All right, so with that being said, improve yourself. Work at it and get some cash performing assets. All right, thanks for watching. Mazskes signing out.